Good morning, friends. My voice is coming clear.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes,
wait
sir.
for 2 minutes. I'm going to explain
Yes,
something.
sir.
Okay, first of all, everyone enter your roll number in comment box.
First up.
ते मधलं बटन प्रेस कर. हां, चार्जिंगला लावलं. नेट बंद कर म्हणून.
मोबाईल चार्जिंगच नव्हतं.
Okay, so everyone switch off your microphone and switch on your camera. In today's lecture, I am going to explain basic accounting terminology. So first of all, earlier we have to study about the transaction. So what we call transaction? Transaction means, anyone give me reply. What is the meaning of transaction? Yes.
Instance of selling or buying something.
Okay, in terms of selling and buying something between peoples, among the people, that's what to call transaction. So remember, means when we think about the transaction, monetary transaction or non-monetary transaction. So what is the meaning of non-monetary transaction? Anyone? Any idea?
Cash is not involved in non-monetary transaction.
Just I'm going to ask you one question, Gauri. If you purchase a furniture on your reputation, on your goodwill, and you said to that shopkeeper, I will pay you money after 6 months. This is the cash transaction, this is the monetary transaction or not.
This
This
is
is a monetary transaction and credit transaction.
Okay, so this is the monetary transaction. Why?
Because in that there are involved cash.
Okay, so remember, monetary or not monetary. So non-monetary means in a future, before some time, right now, no cash has involved. That's we have to call non-monetary transaction. Means when we think about the non-monetary transaction, means we exchange against goods. So that systems entered into market by barter. So remember, barter system means we exchange something goods against goods. We does not involve any money in this transaction. That data yesterday we have to study. So first of all, we know transaction. So what is meant by transaction? Exchange of goods and services between two person or parties for money or monies. What is known as transaction? Second thing, monetary transaction. The transaction which involves an exchange of money versus money directly or indirectly, it's called monetary transaction. So remember, there are two types of transaction: cash transaction or credit transaction. Then non-monetary transaction. So the transaction which does not involve any exchange of money versus money or indirectly are called non-monetary transaction. An exchange of thing against another thing, it's called barter transaction. Remember, barter is a very nice name and barter is very must name, because when our economic second chapter will be starting, that time there is the one name that means barter system. So remember, so barter is important in accounting as well as in economics. So barter system means we exchange some goods against goods. That is the simple meaning of barter system. So first of all, entry. Remember, entry. Recording of business transaction is a proper form or method in the books of account. It's called entry. So entry, systematic way, means earlier we have to study about the bookkeeping. Bookkeeping means it's an arts of recording any transaction in the set of book. That the meaning of bookkeeping. But when we think about the entry, What is mean by entry? Entry means entered. Lots of time we entered in the house, we entered in the college, we enter in Pune, we enter in my friend's home. Enter. So what is the meaning of enter? Yes, Sankalpa.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of enter?
Involve.
Involve. Yes, who is one explain? Enter. I enter a button. I enter in the home. I enter in the college. I enter in my office. I enter in the shop. So what is the exact meaning of enter? Yes. Lots of time we know the meaning of enter. If I am asking you everyone in Marathi, then definitely lots of child, lots of students speak more and more about enter. Remember, enter means in. Enter means in. There is a one words that's what called alternative words. In English, there are 4 or 5 words: in, enter, involve, as well as inbuilt, as like etc. So when we enter any record, any deals in the set of books, that's we have to call entry, but a systematic way. But systematic way. So that is our first point. Means entry, recording of business transaction in a systematic way. First of all, recording any business transaction in the systematic way, that's we have to call entry. Everyone understand entry?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then transaction, monetary transaction, non-monetary transaction, cash transaction, credit transaction. Anyone any doubt about any points? Anyone any doubt about transaction, monetary transaction, non-monetary transaction, cash, credit transaction? Speak now. I don't like one-way lecture. I like two-way lecture. Because when communication is two-way, that time it's effective communication. Communication is the key of success. So because of that, just when I'm asking some questions to you, that time you give me answer. Sometimes you are right, sometimes you are wrong. Don't worry about that. If you say wrong answer, but you say at least something. Everyone understand all the points very well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here are 49 students. Means here are not only Gauri, here are lots of students. So when I am asking some question, that time you speak more and more about that point. Okay. Then come to our point. Our second point, narration. Narration means brief explanation. Explanation means some more and more information about that point. Explanation means we explain some points, such as narration, a brief explanation of the business transaction for which an entry is passed is called as a narration. It is always given in a bracket below the journal entry, and it usually starts with the word being or for. Remember, if you want to write something below the journal entry, then you enter being. The students get admission in Anna Sahib Avte College. Remember, narration. Narration means brief explanation. Brief explanation. Brief explanation about a journal. So, journal means, remember, there is a one word, journals. All the concepts, all the things is important in accounting. First of all, narration means brief explanation. Means deep explanation. Means more and more explanation. Entry means in the book. Remember, entry means in the book. Transaction means exchange between people. Transaction means exchange between people. Monetary means cash is involved. Right now, otherwise after some time later. Non-monetary means cash is not involved. That's what called barter system. Entry. systematic way to enter in the books of narration, a brief explanation. But remember, when we are writing something below the journal entry, so journal, some people know about the debit and credit. What is the meaning of debit? Yes? Debit, who is one explain? Debit and credit?
Debit means the person who is receiving.
And what is the meaning of credit?
The person who is crediting.
Okay. Can you give me one example, Vaishnavi? Vaishnavi, my voice is coming. Can you give me one example?
Yes, sir.
Okay, speak now.
A mother give 10 rupees to their son.
Okay. So who is the debtor, who is the creditor?
Mother is creditor and son is debitor.
Okay. So remember, when I enter that entry into book, listen carefully. So mother is the creditor, son is the debtor. Mother is the creditor, son is the debtor. I entered son account debit to mother. Everyone listen carefully. I entered son account debit to mother account. Means first line son account debit. Remember, son account debit. Second line, I create some little space. And then I entered to mother account. If you have notebook, then enter that entry. In the first line you entered son account debit. Debit means dr dot. Remember, debit means dr dot. Everyone write down something. Son account A/C. Son A/C. Create some little space dr dot. Then second line, create little space. To mother account. Okay. Who is one showing me that entry? Yes, Sakshi, please switch on your back camera. I want to check, is it right or wrong? Sakshi Bhor, have you completed your writing? Sakshi? Okay, who is one seeing me that entry? I said to that student, please show me that entry. Entry is son account debit to mother account. Yes, Shabana, have you write that entry? Shabana, my voice is coming? My voice is coming or not? जर चार्जिंग ला तिकडं काय लिहायचं कोण कोणाचा आला तर मला लेक्चर चालू आहे. So who is one showing me that entry? Komal, my voice is coming, Komal? Komal Kadai. My voice is coming? Komal, who is one?
Yes,
circle?
sir. Yes, sir.
Have you write that entry in your book? write that entry in your book or not?
Yes.
Okay, so please switch on your camera and show me that entry. Fast, we have limited time. Okay, everyone, are you seeing my computer screen properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is a one
Yes, sir.
entry, purchase account debit to Karina account. Remember, purchase account debit to Karina account. So we eliminate purchase words, we entered son account debit to mother's account. Remember, everyone write that entry as like this form. Everyone write that entry as like this form, son account debit to mother's account and entered narration. What is the narration? Who is one explain the narration? Sejal, Erande, my voice is coming. Sejal, my voice is coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, son account debit to mother account. What is the narration? Do you know? Narration means brief explanation. What is the explanation about that transaction? Mother gives 10 rupees to their child. That is the narration. Being mothers give 10 rupees to their child. That is a simple narration. Everyone write that narration in your book. Yes, Komal, my voice is coming, Komal. Komal Kadai.
Yes, sir.
What is the narration? Yes.
Of the business transaction of which an entry is passed is called narration.
Nothing. Who is going to explain the exact meaning of transaction?
So,
Yes, Shitty. Are you listening my voice? My voice is coming. Archana Savan, are you here? Everyone switch on your camera, otherwise after 2 minutes later I will remove everyone. Yes, Ritika, my voice is coming, Ritika.
yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the meaning of transaction?
So, exchange of goods and services between two peoples or two parties.
Okay, so if I give you 10 rupees to you, what is the entry? Otherwise, you give 10 rupees to your friend. Yes, Ritika. Otherwise, you paid 10 rupees to shopkeeper. What is the entry? Yes, who is one explain? Payal Mankar. My voice is coming, Payal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me one example related to entry, narration? Yes, Kyle, say something. Yes, Shabana, my voice is coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me one example? Debit and credit, entry, narration. Okay, so ignore that part, come to our point. Our next point is goods. So the term goods refer to the merchandise, commodities, article or thing in which trader trades. Remember, goods, commodities. Yes. Okay. Goods, commodities, then articles and thing all are the equal meaning. Means pen, pencil, this is our commodity, this is our article, this is our thing and this is our goods. Remember. No any different mean of goods, article, commodity, things. All the words is similar to each other. It's similar to each other. Lots of time I am using goods, lots of time I am using commodity, lots of time I am using article, and lots of time I am using one word that means thing. The meaning of all the words is the same. Remember, goods, I purchase a compass from shopkeeper. I purchase a compass from shopkeeper. Compass is a goods. I purchase a compass is the narration. And compass account debit to cash is the entry. But when we enter into books, that's what to call bookkeeping. Remember, I purchased a car. This is a narration. Car is the goods. But car account debit to cash, it's called entry. Means first of all we enter entry into debit and credit form. Then we explain some narration. We write some narration. I hope you understand all the points very well. I am going to explain next point. That point means capital. So first of all, remember capital. If you know businessman, definitely you know capital. Remember, everyone listen carefully. A amount invested by the owner into the business. Amount invested into the business by the owner. Amount deposited into business by the proprietor. Amount deposited into business by entrepreneur. Amount entered into business by businessman. These are a simple meaning of capital. Remember, total amount invested into the business by the owner, it's called capital. Everyone listen, it's very nice and most important point. Yes, what is the meaning of transaction?
Transaction is an agreement between buyer and seller to exchange goods.
Okay, what is the meaning of capital?
Amount invested in the business by the owner, it's called capital.
Okay. If I say amount in deposited into business by the proprietor, it's right or it's wrong? Is it right or wrong if amount deposited into business by the proprietor?
Right.
Okay. So means any amount, certain amount, total amount invested, deposited into business by the owner, that's what we call capital. Excess of assets over the liability, it is called also capital. So first of all, we know assets and we know liability. What is meant by liability? Yes, who is going to explain the meaning of liability? Who is going to explain the meaning of liability?
Payable by the business.
Payable by the business, but what we payable? We payable goods, we payable amount, we payable money, we payable whatever, anything. Yes? Pingri, my voice is coming clear? You say amount, otherwise anything payable by the business to other. You are also right, but use some words, use some proper sentences. Amount, thing, goods payable by the business to other, it's called liability. So what is the meaning of asset?
property,
Property. This is the only one words. Can you explain that words with the specific form, systematic way? Vaishnavi? Yes, Sanika Tanpurai. Sanika, my voice is coming. My voice is coming, Sanika. Okay, Sarika Gauri, my voice is coming, Sarika.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the meaning of non-monetary transaction? What happened, Sarika?
No idea, sir.
You are attending my lecture. Lots of time I use that word, lots of time I explaining that thing, and you said no idea. Means I am mad, you are mad. I am using again and again some sentences, some terms, some concepts. That not means when you are listening my lecture, so listen, be carefully. Don't do any formality. If you want to attending any lecture, means I don't like formality. When you are presenting in my lecture, that time you mostly concentrate. What is the meaning of non-monetary transaction? Lots of people have lots of idea. Lots of time we use that words. How many times we use that sentence into our lecture? Who is one say? 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, 6 times. Yes, Sarika. How many times I said that sentence into my lecture? Yes, Sanskruti, my voice is coming, Sanskruti.
Yes, sir.
Who is the barter? Do you know barter? Okay. Do you know non-monetary transaction? Sanskruti.
Yes, sir.
Do you know non-monetary transaction?
I know, sir.
Okay. So non-monetary transaction and barter is same. So if I'm asking you about barter, then explanation is same. Can you say something about barter system, Sanskruti? Remember, this is our ground. In the ground, I'm not one player. In our ground, there are 51 players. I want to play every person, every child, every student. I don't like any
a
bad things.
barter system is an old method of exchange.
Okay. But what is the connection of money and exchange? Yes, Vaishnavi.
Yes, sir.
What What is the connection of money and exchange?
No idea.
Okay, so remember, earlier days we had no any idea about money. That time we exchange something against goods. Means I provided goods and I receive goods. That means barter system. Then our next point is drawings. Remember, drawings. Drawings is simple meaning. Anything we use for personally. Anything we use from personally. But remember that thing is not yours. That thing is businesses. Remember. Anything I am using for personally, but that thing is not mine, that thing is related to business. Means a property used by owner, but that property is not the owner's. That means drawings. Thing means sometimes cash or sometimes goods. Commodity, sometimes cash or sometimes goods. Remember, drawings. Any businessman, any proprietor, if use anything, that thing is not owner of business. Means if business is the owner of that thing, but if owner use that thing, that means drawing. Amount or goods used by owner for personally, means if any owner use something for personal use, that's you have to call drawing. Remember, everyone underline. Means if I have a shop, means I am selling and purchasing some cloth, and if I am using one shirts and pant for me, this is my drawings. I am also owner of this business. I am not provided any money to business. Means I am using some commodity. That commodity involved in the business. In a simple words, the amount of cash or value of goods, asset, etc. withdrawn from the business by the owner for personal use. It's called drawings. Yes, Nitin, my voice is coming, Nitin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me one example related to drawing? Do you understand that point clearly? Nitin?
No, sir. Can I
Okay.
repeat point?
Can you repeat? Yeah, can I repeat? What is the difference
Can,
between can I and can you?
sir, can you repeat the point?
Okay. So remember, can I means you are repeating that thing. Can you means another person is repeating that thing. So remember, if I am the owner of business and I am using anything for my personal, means if I am using anything, not other, not thing, not businesses, but only for me. Means if I am using anything for me, I am businessman. If I am using anything for me, but that things involved in the business, that's what called drawing. Means amount or things withdraw from the business by owner. Yes, Nitin, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me one example? If I have a shop and suddenly rain has coming. Yes, Nitin? I'm waiting, Nitin. Are you busy? So who is going to explain? Sakshi,
Yes, sir.
can you give me one example related to drawings?
Yes, sir.
Okay, say now.
I pay for mobile bills.
I pay for. But remember,
Mobile bills.
okay, if you are not a businessman, if you are not a businessman and you pay mobile bill, your personal pocket money, is it drawings or not? Okay. Remember, everyone, I am withdraw any money from businesses. That's what we call drawing in a simple meaning, such as proprietor pays college fees of his son, pays for his medical expenses, mobile bill, etc. from the business. That is the simple meaning of drawings and capital. Yes, who is going to explain once again? Sanika, Tumar, my voice is coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the meaning of barter system?
Exchange of one thing against another. It is called as barter system.
Why some people use barter system? Do you understand what I want to say, Sanika?
Yes, sir.
Why some peoples are used barter system?
Because before previous years, the people uh, were not able.
Your voice is not coming. Have you sufficient network?
Yes,
Okay, Atharva, my voice is coming. Atharva, Atharva, my voice is coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the meaning of entry?
Exchange of good and service between uh, two peoples and any more people.
What is the meaning of transaction?
Exchange goods.
Yes, Atharva. You said entry mean exchange of something among the peoples. So what is the meaning of transaction? Yes, Reshma Pinglai. My voice is coming, Reshma. My voice is coming clear, Reshma.
yes, sir.
Okay, so is it correct explanation related to entry or not? So is it not correct explanation? So what is the correct explanation? Okay, who is going to explain all the concept one by one? First one is transaction, monetary, non-monetary, cash, credit, barter system, capital, trends. Who is going to explain? Who is going to explain? काय सांगितलं तुम्ही
हा मी ते त्याला म्हटलं
हा
ते हे कोणत्या तरी संघ आहे का ते विषय येत होते
तुला काय सांगितलं मी
हे सांगायचे
फक्त एक लेक्चर झाले हा 50 वेळा तेच तेच काम करतोय बस. Okay, who is going to explain all the points? Ritika?
Yes,
Ritika?
sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you explain all the points?
Yes, sir.
Okay, start now.
So transaction, it is exchange of goods and services between any two peoples or
Just a
party.
minute, just a minute.
It,
Speak slowly.
it has two types, monetary transaction and non-monetary transaction. Monetary transaction involves of exchange of money or money worth directly or indirectly. It has two parts, cash transaction or credit transaction. Non-monetary transaction means it does not involve exchange of money directly, indirectly. Entry means recording of business. It has the explanation of business transaction. Goods means good refers to commodities, articles, or things in which trader trades. Uh, so capital and drawing also.
Yeah, why not? Definitely.
Capital means amount invested by the owner in the business. And drawing means anything withdrawn by owner for personal use from the business.
Okay, very nice. So, who is going to explain? Anyone any doubt about today's lecture?
Sir, can you explain narration once again?
Okay, why not? Say now. Yes, Ritika?
Sir, can you explain narration
Yes, yes,
once
yes.
again?
Definitely, definitely. Speak now. Okay.
Can you?
Okay, okay. Sorry for that. Remember, narration means more and more explanation. That's what called brief explanation. Means as like if I purchase a car, but I am not entered I purchase a car. I entered only car account debit to cash. Remember, if I am purchasing a car on a cash basis, I am audible, everyone. My voice is coming clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. So if I am going to market, I purchased a car on cash basis. I entered in my books cash account debit to car account debit to cash. But remember that is an entry. But when we think about the college, in the college there are 3, 4, 5,000 students. Remember, some students is not to pay full admission fees. Some students is not to pay full admission fees. Some students pays 3,000, 3,500, 4,000. On that time, accountant has confused. What can I do? If my superior asks to me, calculate those students paid only 3,000 rupees and classify all the students in different category. Means 3,000 one category, 3,000 five category. If I enter some explanation below the entry, if I enter explanation into below the entry means being this amount received for 11 standard admission for only rupees 3,000. And when we search that amount, that times all the entries, those entry involve only in the 3,000, all the entries showing front of the means front of the some people front of the superior means on my computer. So that is the benefit of narration. So remember, narration means explanation. Narration means brief explanation about any transaction such as being this amount received for 11th year admission. Only 3000, only 4000. Means more and more explanation about the transaction. If we are doubt, if we have doubt about that transaction. Yes, Ritika, have you understand that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you explain? Ritika,
Yes, sir.
can you explain?
Narration.
Yes.
It is a brief explanation of business transaction.
Your voice is not coming clear. Speak once again.
A brief explanation of business transaction.
Okay, why do you want to write something more and more in the transaction?
Sir, if for example, you gave example of college fees. If
Okay.
someone has not given full fees, if his accountant is checking the fees structure of all students, if students have not given whole fees at a time, if his senior asked him, he can say for some reason they have not paid full fees or the students have not paid this fees or that type
Okay.
distinguish.
Okay. Gauri, do you understand that point? Gauri Saskar? Atharva, do you understand all the points? Yes, Atharva, do you understand all the points?
No, sir.
So, which point you didn't understand?
Capital.
Capital. So, who is going to explain? Gauri Saskar, my voice is coming, Gauri? Yes, Poonam Bangar, my voice is coming, Bangar. Bangar, are you here? Yes, Akash, Becky, Anamika, my voice is coming. I don't know what is your name. So, Akash, Becky. Are you listening my voice clearly?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand capital? Remember, capital means amount invested in the business by the owner. That is the simple meaning. Amount invested in the business by the owner. Yes. Anyone any doubt? Okay. Who is going to explain all the points once again? Who is going to explain? Samruddhi, Kale, my voice is coming. Samruddhi. Samruddhi, are you here? Sujal, my voice is coming. Sujal Pingre. My voice is coming or not, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, anyone any doubt about today's lecture? I hope everyone understand all the points. So, definitely next lecture I will teach about debtors and creditor and all the remaining things. So, everyone enter your roll number once again. Thanks for attending my lecture. Have a nice day. Bye.